Hey everybody, this is Jim the Tabletop Engineer, and welcome to a new playthrough video. Today I am wrapping up the Path to Carcosa campaign. This is from the Arkham Horror Card Game. This is scenario number 8 called Dim Carcosa. If you haven't been following along with this video series, I highly recommend you go back because it tells a story of how my two investigators, Harvey Walters and Roland Banks, started suspecting something was going on related to a play in town called The King in Yellow. Through their investigation, they have met some really strange people. They've been haunted by a man in a pallid mask. They have found their way over to the Paris and then beneath Paris into the catacombs. And somehow, some way during their investigation, they have ended up in an alternate plane of existence called Carcosa, I believe. That is the previous scenario. So I'm going to start right from that point. I've already gone ahead and set up the event deck and shuffled it. I've shuffled my investigator decks. The game starts automatically with 3 doom on agenda number 1 because there are certain conditions. Like if you had so much doubt or so much conviction over the previous 7 campaigns, you track that in a journal or a paper, and at the end, there's some simple math. You know, you do this, do this, do this. And basically what it did was, because I haven't done perfect, but I haven't done all that bad, I'm starting with 3 doom on the agenda, which is not great. But I'm also starting with half of my sanity. So just waking up in this strange place, my 2 investigators start at half their insanity rounded down. So they're already in a bit of a bind. Let me go ahead and read the intro to you. I opened what's called the path below. There was a path above and a path below. And it turns out that's where your heroes start. So my investigators are starting down here in the path below. You land on a piece of black obsidian stone winding up a dark spire. You cough blood and feel a searing pain in your gut as though you'd broken a rib. Before you lies a warped alien city. Its twisting streets and aberrant architecture have no semblance of order or structure. In the distance, a murky lake reflects the glare of 2 suns. When you look up, the Abbey of Mont Saint Michael peaks just below the clouds, flipped upside down. This is Carcosa, the realm of madness in the stars, where he who shall not be named, I didn't say it, reigns supreme. Now, here's a rule. It says, in the twisted and madness-inducing realm of Carcosa, insanity is an inevitability. You will go insane. But even with your mind fractured and broken, your investigation does not end here. During this scenario, investigators are not defeated when they have horror on them equal to or greater than their sanity. Investigators may continue to take horror in excess of their sanity. While an investigator has more horror on them than sanity, their remaining sanity is considered to be 0. All right. Now, since I've read that, I'll go ahead and read the agenda and the act. Now, agenda 1A takes 7 doom to advance. I've already got 3 out here, just starting the game. It says, and now, far away over leagues of tossing cloud waves, I saw the moon dripping with spray, and beyond the towers of Carcosa rose behind the moon. And it says, I almost said his name, he who cannot be named cannot be defeated. Forced. If there is at least 3 damage per investigator on him, so 6 total. If there is at least 6 damage, advance this agenda. So I got to do damage to him even though I don't know where he is. The act says, in Lost Carcosa, I can advance this with 4 clues, 2 per investigator. You have opened the path to Carcosa in order to stop those who wish to free him from his prison in the stars. Only you can put an end to this madness. Objective: when the investigators have collected the requisite number of clues, they must immediately spend them and advance the act. Okay, let's get going. I've got to draw my cards, so I've already shuffled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, good, not good. I'll give that one back. Choose a location. Is that's. I'm going to put that one back. And I'm going to keep that one out. So I'm going to shuffle 2 in. Well, I'm going to draw 2. 1, 2. And then I'm going to shuffle these back in. And that will be my mulligan. Just took 2 cards out of my hand, starting hand, and replaced them. The risk with doing that is you might draw a weakness that you cannot mulligan that and start out right away with a mulligan. All right, rolling. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see. No. Good. Good. Maybe good, maybe good. I'm going to put this one back and draw one. I got helping hand, which is not bad, and then I'll shuffle this. I'm hoping the power does not go out. We have a storm here while I'm playing this, which is very appropriate for Arkham Horror. But my camera is running on DC power, not batteries, and so I'm hoping the power doesn't go out while I'm playing this game. 1 second. All right. Now, let's see. I've got my starting hand with both investigators, and here's the fun part. This last tail end of the adventure, the back of these cards have part of the story. So where you are, you can read it. This one starts out with 4 clues, and let me flip it over. Songs that the Hyades shall sing. Black stars sing in the reflection of the water, their melody impossible and uncanny, yet somehow you remember the tune. It is as though your earliest living memory has returned to you. You hum at first, ripples appearing along the water surface as your volume increases. The lyrics return to you and you join in the stars singing, your voice echoing across the twisted realm. Deal 1 damage per investigator to him, exhaust him, and disengage from him from all investigators. Flip this card back over. For the remainder of the game, it cannot be flipped over again. Oh, I understand. So you don't flip. Okay, flip this card for the remainder of the game. You cannot be flipped over again. So I guess you reveal those once he appears. This is a really odd thing. So I can't deal damage to him, but I can get clues. So maybe the clues will tell me when it's okay to flip these over. I don't know. Each of the locations have an unrevealed side and therefore interplay with the revealed. If instead of an unrevealed side, these locations have story cards on it. Whenever a location enters play, place clues. Okay, so I think there's probably going to tell me when it's okay to flip these. All right, so I'm going to pretend I didn't read that. Sorry about that. Let's go ahead and get some clues. So first thing I want to do is... now, bleak plains where I can move. This one can move. This one can move here. This one can move here, and there, and there. Okay, got it. So I can only move here, and it says while you are here, you cannot play allies. So I better go ahead and get an ally out. So I'm going to pay 4 for his first action to get an ally out, and I've got Witten Green. And it says, while you control a tome, you get +1 investigate. All right, so he's got her out. Let's see, do I want to play anything else? He has charisma, so he can play 2, but I can't forward her. She's 3. But I could, for my second action, I'll play emergency cash to get 3 more of these. That was my second action. And for my third action... I've got 4. I'm going to get fingerprint kit out. You spend 1 supply. You get +2. If you succeed, you just go. Okay, nice. All right. So what I'm going to do is, for my third and final action, I am going to investigate. So my investigate is 5. I don't yet control a relic, so I don't get that benefit. So it's 5 versus 3. 5 minus 2 is 3, so I do get a clue, and that is the end of Harvey's turn. All right, Roland. Roland does not have any allies to play, so he could move here, which is what I'm going to... Well, hold on. After you discover the last remaining clue here, take a damage. After you discover the last remaining clue, lose an action. So he could get to these and get those clues, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move... And then I'm going to move here, and for my third and final action, I will investigate. So his investigate is 3 versus 2. 3 minus 1 is 2, so I get a clue as well. I need 2 more to advance this, and he is done. All right, there are no creatures, so it's upkeep phase. Flip these back over. Everybody gets one resource. And Roland draws a card. He gets Safeguard. And Harvey always draws 2 and discards one of his choice. I've got Deduction and Working a Hunch. Play only during your turn, discover a clue, but it costs 2. This one, if I investigate and I win, I get another clue. And this doesn't cost anything. So I'm going to get rid of Working a Hunch and keep Deduction. All right, now I put a Doom token, which is horrible. Now there's 4 out of 7. And each investigator draws a card based on the order in which they went. Harvey went first, so he draws Frozen in Fear. Put it into play in your threat area. The first time you perform one of the following: move, fight, or evade each round. It costs 1 additional action. Forced. At the end of your turn, test 3 will. If you succeed, you can get rid of it. All right. And then Roland draws Rotting Remains. Test 3 will. For each point you fail, take a horror. His will is 3. No, I like that card. I'm going to play Dodge and make it 4 versus 3. So this is his discard pile. 4 versus 3. Ooh, I don't know what that is. That is reveal another token. If you fail, take a horror. So 4 versus 3. 4 plus 1 is 5, so I don't fail it, and he gets by without that. All right, excellent. All right, so it is now my guy's turn. So Harvey, for his next action, at the end of his turn, he can test 3 sanity to try to get rid of this. Now it says the first time you move, fight, or evade. I'm not doing those, so I won't lose an action. I'm going to get out Fingerprint Kit for a cost of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it has 3 uses. 1, 2, 3. That was his first action. His second action will be to investigate, because if I succeed, I get 2 additional clues. So in one action, he can get all 3 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and exhaust this and spend one of the supplies. It gets +2 investigate. Is that right? Yep. So he's 7 versus 3. The skulls. The skull is -2, -4 if you have no remaining sanity. So, what did I say? 7 minus 2 is 5, so I do get it. So, I get the 1 clue, but this says you get 2 additional clues. So, he gets all of them. And remember, this says you can advance immediately. So, I'm going to spend these 4 to immediately advance this. I flip it over and I read. A shadow creeps along. Oh, this guy again. A shadow creeps along the wall beside you, and your heart leaps into your throat. You turn, and a figure flits away just out of sight. Either your mind is playing tricks, or someone else is in the theater. You follow the direction of the shadow, rounding. What in the world? In the theater. I didn't say I'm in the theater, did it? You follow the direction of the shadow, rounding a nearby corner. At the end of the hall, he stands, awaiting you, the man who wears the pallid mask. You remember that you have been here before. The theater dissolves around you. The bright glare of 2 suns pierce into your eyes from above. Do you remember now, he asks. He turns and vanishes into the ether as if taunting you to follow. Spawn him at the palace of the king. So here he is, and the palace of the king is right here. And he stays there until I attack him or something like that. All right, next act is revealed. It is time to confront the stranger and learn the truth about his identity. Each investigator cannot discover clues. The man in the pallid mask cannot be defeated. Objective. While the lead investigator is at the man in the pallid mask location, they may spend 3 actions to advance. Well, in my rule, the lead investigator has been Walter. He's the smart guy or whatever. So he's got to get up here and spend all 3 actions. So I just spent those clues. So he paid for this. He spent them for an action. Now he's got 1 more action. For that action, he'll move. So this doesn't make sense. You reveal this, deal 1 damage to exhaust him and disengage him from all. I could be wrong. I think when you've taken all the clues off of a spot, you can flip the card. So I can flip this over. I've left it. and then I'll flip it back over, and it can't be flipped over again. So once you get the clues, I think that's how this works. All right, so Harvey is done. He played a card, he investigated, and he moved, and he is now done. Let's see, Roland. Play after you defeat, discover a clue. Well, that's not going to help me because there's no enemy there. Safeguard. After an investigator moves from your location, exhaust. You may commit helping hand to any test. Okay, so he's really got nothing to help, although he does have a wild card here. His investigate is 3 versus 2. I'm going to go ahead and play this to make it 4 versus 2 and hope for the best here. 4 versus 2 for his first action. 4 minus 1 is 3, so he gets the clue, and this says, after you discover the last clue, take a damage. So he takes 1 point of damage. He has no ally to throw that on yet, and he's got 2 more actions. So for his next action, he will move here, and remember, oh, you know what? This says I can't get clues. Hold on. This says, while the lead investigator is at the man's, okay, each investigator cannot discover clues. So you know what? I got to give that back. Darn it. Okay, and I get this card back, I guess. All right. So since I can't discover clues, let's go. Well, you know what? I'm hoping for a weapon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am going to play. I only have 1 asset. After an investigator moves to your location to a connecting exhaust safeguard. Moves that. No, I want to draw a card for his first action. Flashlight. I'm going to play that actually for his second action, and it comes with 3 supplies. And for my third and final action, I'm going to draw another card. And I got his weapon. Excellent. All right, he is done. There are no enemies. Well, the Pallid Mask is out, but he doesn't do anything. So now it's upkeep. Flip these over. Everybody gets a resource. And draw a card. He gets Monster Slayer. Okay. How many cards does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can have a maximum of 8 in your hand. Although Harvey can have, more, I believe. So let's draw 2. Weakness and Esoteric. Well, I'll get rid of the weakness and take the Tome. So I now have a Tome I can play. Actually, I had Medical Text, which I could have played, but I don't have the money to play it. And you know what I forgot to do a minute ago? I forgot to test at the end of his turn whether he could get rid of this. So it's 3 will, and do I have anything that could donate? I don't want to get rid of her. So his will is 4. 4 versus 3 to get rid of this. Oh, you know what? It costs an extra action, so he would have had to stay here. Because it says one of the fault, it takes 2 actions when this is in play. So he has to stay here, and what I'll do is I'll have him get a resource. Just go back. All right, now I'm seeing if he can get rid of this. 4 versus 3. He does. So this goes away, which is excellent. All right. So I drew his card. Now I place a Doom token, 5 out of 7. And draw cards. So who went first? It was Harvey that went first. He gets Agent of the King, a humanoid cultist. Preys on the one with the most clues, which is going to be Roland. So it will not engage here. It's a hunter. Forced. After it attacks you, move one of your clues to the Agent of the King. Oh, one of the clues. Forced. When you defeat it, take control of the clues, and it's a victory 1, which really doesn't matter because I get no XP at the end of this game anyway. All right, so that was Harvey's draw. And Roland gets Whispers in Your Head. Peril hidden. Secretly add it to your hand. You cannot commit skill cards to skill tests. Takes 2 actions to discard this. All right, I'll put that right on top. That is the end of that. All right, creature phase. This one will move towards Roland, so it moves here. It's going after him because he has 1 clue. He has 0. So it will attack him in a minute. That's the end of the creature phase. Oh, no, sorry. That one came out. We're at the investigator phase. Sorry. It is my turn. Harvey can move 1, 2, He can't get any clues right now until I advance that. So instead what he'll do is he's got 2 resources. I will get out medical text for 2. And written says, while you control a tome, which I do, you get +1 investigate. After you reveal location or put a new location into play, exhaust or search top cards. I haven't been doing that, but I will. All right. So he moved, and he played medical text, so he is done. Roland needs to deal with this agent. He's going to come for me, so I need to deal with this. So I have to spend 2 actions to discard this. So there's 2. And then for his 3rd action, he will pay 4 to get out his gun, which has got 4 ammo on it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, he's armed and he's got a flashlight. He is an FBI guy. All right, so that is him. He is done. The enemy will move here. This one stays put. I'm not going to engage him. Upkeep phase, these flip over. And now I get a resource, 1 and 1, and a card. He draws an unexpected courage, which is good. And Harvey draws 1, 2. Oh, a weakness. Get rid of it. Seeking answers. If you succeed, discover 2 clues from your location. All right. Okay. Number 6, Doom. Harvey went first, so he draws. Screeching Biaki, Prey, the lowest remaining sanity. He has 4. He has 3, so it's going to attack him. And it spawns here at the Palace of the King, and it will move. Oh man, Roland's going to get double teamed here, unless he moves. Wait, can I move here from here? I can't. He had to move here. This is not accessible directly. You have to go around, and he has to go around. Okay, got it. So he had to move here for his 3rd action. So he's here, Roland's here. I did their upkeep. I placed the Doom. I drew his, which was the Screeching, and now Roland draws the Yellow Sign. Test for will. If you fail, take 2 horror and search your deck for a madness weakness. Will is 4. His will is 3. I really need to win this. So I will make it 3, 4, 5. Actually, I want to hold on to that one. 5, 6. 6 versus 4. Do I want to bump that up one more? There is a -3 in that bag. 6 versus 4. I could play. Oh wait, hold on. Helping Hand. While Helping Hand is committed, double the skill icons of other cards. So I play that, and I would get 1, 2, 3, 6 plus 3 is 9. 9 versus 4. Really, the only way I can lose here is the auto fail. 9 versus 4. 9 minus 1 is 8, so he does beat it. All right, good. Okay, so he contributed all those. His hand is very low. All right, my turn. All right, unfortunately, that is going to flip because I can't move here for free. So I have to move here for 1. For his 2nd action, he cannot. He has to take all 3 actions. So he's got to spend. So I might as well spend an action to gain a resource. And then I'll spend another action to get a card. And I got a flashlight. All right, so he is done. Now, on his next turn, he can take the 3 actions to flip that. All right, so this is coming for me. To get to me, it's got to go here, then here. So I'm going to take the fight to the agent. I'm going to move here for 1 action. And then I engage him, or he engages me because I'm his prey. So automatically engages me. And now I will use an ammo. I get +1 fight and +1 damage. It has 4 damage, so 2 hits will kill it. Each hit will do 1 damage, plus the 1 is 2. So 2 hits will kill it. My fight is 4. The gun gives me +1, which is 5. And I will contribute 5. Hold on. Ooh, these do +1/+1. I could kill him in one shot with these. They cost 0. So this knocks me up to 1, 2, 3, 4. And it brings me up to a fight of 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 7 versus 4. If I make this shot, I kill him outright. 7 versus 4. 7 minus 2 is 5, so I killed him. He's a victory point. I'll put him over here. He won't come back in the game. And I've got one more action. So for that action, I will... Do I move back over here? Because I suspect I need clues. Let's move here. I'm going to move there. But hold on. He's going to move here. You know what? I'm not going to move. I'll move and attack on the next one. All right. So for my third and final action, I will draw a card. And I get glory. Okay. All right. Not good. All right. That is Roland's turn. Unfortunately for me, it is now creature phase. This one will move here or here. It doesn't matter. It's still going to get to me. And I place a Doom token. Oh, no, upkeep. Hold on. Upkeep. Flips over. They each get a token, a resource, excuse me. Draw a card. Breach the door. Not helpful. 2 cards. Prophecy Profana and Medical Text. Well, I already have Medical Text, so I will take the Prophecy Profana and figure out what it does. All right, so that means it is now time for the 7th Doom token.
Check out the new RPG and Wargame newsletter. Each week, the Tabletop Engineer shares news, products, Kickstarters, and much more related to the gaming hobby. It's free to subscribe, so check out the link in the video description below to sign up.
All right, number 7, which flips this, so let's move those over and flip it. Turning a corner, you nearly bump into a nurse with light brown hair and sharp features. You tell her about the violent patients and the strange things you've seen, but she doesn't listen. When you inquire about Daniel, she informs you that he is a friend of the king and that he resides in the palace. The investigators must decide. Choose one. Any investigator tests 4-wheel to snap out of it. If successful, advance to Agenda 2A. If you fail, you must choose an option you have yet to choose. Any investigator may test 4 investigate to remember that you've done this before. If successful, advance. This can't be real, this can't be real, this can't be real. Each investigator is too hard, advance. The investigator faints and wakens, advance to Agenda 2 and place a doom on it. All right, I will do the 4. I'll have Harvey do the 4 investigate. So his investigate is 5, and he gets +1 because of written. He's 6, and this should have readied. 6. And do I want to contribute anything to make it higher? Because I've got to beat 4. 6 versus 4. I'm going to contribute this one to make it 6, 7, 8 versus 4. 8 versus 4. Please don't fail this. 8 versus 4. 8 minus 2 is 6, so I do make it. All right, so this goes away, and I go to Agenda 2A. Let me read that to you. Madness drowns. I thought too of the king in yellow, wrapped in fantastic colors of his tattered mantle, and that bitter cry of Casilda. Not upon us, O king, not upon us. No idea. He who cannot be named, I won't name him, gets +1 fight and cannot be defeated. Forced, if there is at least 5 damage per investigator, 10 damage on him, advance this. So I gotta find him. All right, so I advanced that. I put the doom on it. Now they have to draw cards. Harvey goes and draws possession, traitorous. Sorry about that. Peril hidden. Secretly add this to your hand. If you have horror on you greater than twice your sanity, horror, twice my sanity is 16. He does not. You are immediately eliminated and killed. You may commit this card to a skill test at your location. That test automatically fails. So to get it out of your hand, you have to commit it to a test. That's neat. I like that. It'll stay in my hand for a while. It says you may commit this card to a skill test at your location. It'll automatically fail. But that's just to get it out. But I never want to get up to, if you have horror greater than twice your sanity. My sanity is 8. So if I get 16 or more, this kills me. Okay. All right, and then Roland draws Spawn of the Hali. Prey most horror, and this appears at him, retaliate. Forced. After you evade it, take a horror. Okay, well, I better not have to evade it then. These monsters are really hard. My turn. All right. Harvey, on his turn, will take his 3 actions to advance this. While the lead investigator is at the man's location, they may spend 3 to advance. All right, here we go. Oh, the Pallid Mask. Asset. Put the Pallid Mask into play under the lead investigator's control. Remove the man in the mask from the game. Okay, interesting. Remove him from the game. Spawn the set aside he who shall not be named tattered king. Let's see. King in yellow. The tattered spawn the set aside hazard enemy at the palace of the king. Uh-oh. The Pallid Mask cannot leave play. You get -2 sanity. So my sanity is now 6, and I've already got 4 on it. Oh, man. Okay. Put it into play under lead investigator. Remove it. Spawn the set aside. Okay. All right. So his turn is done, which is really bad because this guy's going to do 4 sanity to me. All right. Oh, yeah, this one. Prey, most remaining sanity. Oh, the most remaining. Hold on. He's got 3. He's got 4. So, yeah, he will target Harvey. If his attack deals you horror in excess of your sanity, if he deals you horror in excess of your sanity, take a damage as well. While he is being attacked or evaded by an investigator with no remaining sanity, treat each elder sign +1, 0, or -1 as a heart, or as a bad token, which is oh, that's the auto fail token. Oh man, this is going to be hard. Okay. So Harvey went. Now it's now it's Roland. Oh, by the way, I need to read this. Okay, so that got revealed. Act 3, the King in Tatters. As an action, as a fast action, if there are no clues on your location, remove each investigator's clues from the game. Flip your location over and resolve the text. If there's no clues on your location, remove it. Okay, I got it. If he is defeated, advance. All right, now I got it. I got to run and get clues and hope that this guy doesn't kill me. All right, so Roland is spawned with this, so he's got to deal with him. So he will spend a bullet to get +1 fight. His fight is 4, 5, 5 versus 4, and I'm going to contribute this to make it 6 versus 4, and it does 2 damage if I hit. 6 versus 4. 6 minus 2 is 4, so I do put 2 damage on him. That was his first action. Second action, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to spend a bullet, and I get 5 versus 4. Man. And I have nothing to make that better. 5 versus 4. And I got the skull, which is -2. 5 minus 2 is 3. 3 versus 4, it fails. All right. So for his third and final action, he's going to do it again. Spend a bullet. 5 versus 4. And I got the stinking same thing. All right, so he is out of bullets, and now it's going to attack him. And this is going to move and attack him. And this is going to attack him. All right, so he is done. Creatures. This one does 1 damage and 2 horror to him. 1, 2. He's now got 1 left. And then this one moves and engages him and does 1 damage and 2 horror. Man, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now he is at -1. He's got 6 horror out of 5, so not good. Okay, this attacks Harvey for 4. He's got 3, 4. Now he's at 0. 0. All right. So that card is going to come into play pretty soon, the one that Harvey has. All right, place a Doom token and draw a card. Harvey went first. Rotting Remains. Test 3 will. For each point you fail, take a horror. 3 will. His will is 4. He can contribute... Well, I really don't... Oh, you know what? I'm going to put 4 of that on... Oh, I can't. If I put 2 on Witten, she dies. Ooh. I'll put 1 of it on Witten and 3 of it on Harvey. All right. Oh, man. What is it? 3 will? No. I've got to do 3 will. So he's at 4. 4. And it says, if you fail, take a horror. So just 1 horror. For each point you fail, take a horror. Ooh, I don't want to fail. If this auto fails, it goes to 0, which means I would take 3 horror, which that's not good. All right. Let's just go ahead and do 4 versus 3. I've passed it. 4-0. So yes. Roland draws Dismal Curse. Test 3 will. If you have no remaining sanity, I do. Oh, no, I don't. This test gets +2 difficulty. If you fail, take 2 damage. 4 if you have horror on you greater than twice your sanity. Well, I don't have to worry about that. So the test is actually 5 because I get the +2 difficulty. And his sanity is 3, or his will is 3. 3 versus 5. And I have no cards to play. Oh, actually I do. Hold on. 3. Do I have any wills? I do, but I like that one. I'll make it 4 versus 5, just to lessen the damage. 4 versus 5. Maybe I'll get the +1. I didn't. So I did fail it. If you fail, take 2 damage. All right. Now he's at 5 damage out of 9. You take 4 damage if you have double the horror. No, I don't. Okay, so that goes away. All right, we got to get out of here. Harvey is engaged with this thing, so I need to evade to get away from it. All right. Let's do this. Did I do the... I didn't do this. They just did the... I didn't do upkeep, so they each get a resource, and they draw a card. So he gets 1-2 punch, and he gets... Oh, no. He gets Encyclopedia or Arcane. Choose a measure, I think this gets +2 skill. Choice. I'll take this one. All right. So now, they drew those. Now it's Harvey's turn. All right, so Harvey will evade. To evade, he will play Seeking Answers. To succeed... Oh, man, I hate to get rid of this card because it gets me all the clues. Oh, man. Evade is 2. His evade is 2. He's got to evade this guy. I'll play this to make it 4 versus 2. 4 versus 2. 4 minus 1 is 3, so I evade this. Now, it will come after the most remaining sanity, which in this case happens to be, he's got 6, so he's at -1, and he's got 6, 7. He's got what? So he will continue to chase Harvey. So Harvey evaded for 1 action. For another action, he'll move, and for another action, he will move, and he is done, which is not good. All right. Roland has 2 enemies. 2 enemies, 5 damage, and he's got no weapons. Okay, here we go. Fight. You automatically succeed and deal +1 damage. So I'll play this and pay 2. So it automatically does 2 damage. So that kills the spawn of Ali. Got it. Gone. All right, now he's still got the Screeching Byakhee. That was 1 action. Then it says, you may fight again. You get +3 fight and +2 damage. So +3 fight is 7 versus 3. 7 versus 3, and it does +2 damage. do I have any cards to spend that will add damage? No, I don't. But I will play this. It says fast play. After you defeat an enemy, you have to pay 1 to do it, and you can draw 2 cards. So I'll draw 2. 1. I got amnesia, which means I have to get rid of this. And then I draw a second card, which is extra ammunition, which that's not bad, but it costs 2. Choose and discard all but 1 card from your hand. So I did discard that one, and I'll keep this one. Okay. So he played, and now he is going to fight with +3. So he gets, so his first action killed that one. Second action is he will use this +3. So he's going to do 7 versus 3. 7 minus 1 is 6, so it's +2 damage, so it puts 3 damage on him. 1, 2, and 3. And I still have my third turn. This goes away. My third turn, I'm just fighting normally. 4 versus 3. This is draw another token. 4 versus 3. This is -2, so I do lose. I do fail. So I also take a horror for that. So he's at 7 now. Great. And that is his turn. He's done. He will attack. All right, so it's enemy phase. So this one moves here. This attacks for 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. He's got 1 health left. And it does 2 sanity. So he's got 3, 6, 9. He's 4 over his limit. All right. These flip. They each get a resource. Get a card. He gets, let me handle this, not helpful. He gets 1 and 2. Deduction and bulletproof vest. Well, the bulletproof vest really isn't going to help me right now because he's not taking any damage. The deduction, however, will help me get clues, which is what I need to flip these cards over. So I will take that. And that is the end of that. Put a doom token on. There's 2 out of 7. Draw a card. Harvey went first. Harvey gets a fanatic. Spawn at the revealed location with the most clues. That would be this one. And it will force. After it enters play, move 1 clue from fanatic's location to the fanatic. After you defeat him, you get the clues. Okay. Okay. And he just stays there. He's not going to move around. Okay. That was Harvey. Roland gets that same possession murderer. If you have horror greater than twice your sanity, his sanity is 5, so 10. He's got 9. He's going to have to get rid of this card or he's going to die on his turn. All right, it is now my turn. So, I'm going to have Roland go first. He will attack this 4 versus, because that's the only thing he can do. 4 versus 3. He'll make it 5 versus 3. 5 minus 1 is 4, and he defeats it. All right. And this has a victory point, so it goes away. All right, second action, I will get rid of this. It takes an action and deals me 2 damage. Oh, it's going to kill him. Hold on. Hold on. No, I can't do that. He's going to pay 2 to get extra ammunition, and it gives him how many shots? Place 3 ammo tokens. So he's got 3 ammo on his gun, which is good. And then for his third action, he will, he's going to move here. He's going to move here, and because it says, flip this card back over for the remainder of the game, it cannot be flipped over again. Deal 1 damage to him. No, 2 damage. Okay, so hold on. So do I have to move here to do that? I think you do. I move here, I deal 2 damage. He's got 16, so it's not looking good. And then I flip this over, and it is a done card. All right. Harvey needs to run from this guy. So, it is now Harvey's turn. Harvey needs to reveal clues so that he can damage him. So Harvey is here. He could research twice and then move, which will flip that over. He can then move. So let's do that. His first action is going to be, should I heal him? Hold on. Do I have a card? Deduction will get me that second clue. For his first action, I'm going to use medical text. As an action, choose an investigator at your location. I'm going to choose, oh, he moved. Never mind. Can't do it. So he will investigate. He is at 5, 6, 6, and versus 4. I don't like those odds. This will make it 7 versus 4. And 7 versus 4. I like those odds. 7 versus 4. And if I succeed, I get both clues. 7 versus 4. Ooh, I don't know what that is. That's a -3. And if it's used during an attack or evasion, I was not doing that. So I do it. So I get these 2 clues. This flips over. Bleak desolation. The world is but a remnant of what it once was. The grand majesty of Carcosa, spoken to the King of Yellow, is lost. You begin to look for evidence of what might have caused. Across the lake you see dark, twisted structures. At least one appears to be large and grand. You wonder if perhaps some kind of conflict took place between the 2 cities. Deal 4 damage to him. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he's got 6 out of 16. All right. We're getting him there. Okay, so his first action was he investigated. Second action is he's going to move. And third action, he's going to investigate that one. He is at 5, 6 versus 2. This goes away. 6 versus 2. Oh, I auto-failed. So he investigated, he moved, he investigated. So he is done. Darn it. All right. And Roland's also done. So Roland went first that time. All right, enemy phase. This thing is going after Harvey, so it will come here. And now did I do this? I did. So this flips over. It's used. So Harvey's just going to run. All right. So it moved. I put a doom token. Roland went first. He draws a card. He got the yellow sign. Test 4 sanity. If you fail, take 2 horror. 4 will versus 3. He has nothing in his hand to help him. This is going to kill him, I believe, if I fail this. So, 4, 3 versus 4. I need the +1 or the elder sign. I didn't get it. So I failed it, which adds 2 horror. 1, 2. Now I'm at 11. This says, if you have horror on you greater than twice your sanity, it's 10, your investigator is eliminated and killed. So, well, Roland, you were a good agent, and you fought well, but all things must come to an end. All right, well, there we go. Roland dies, and Harvey is unaware of this, so he goes away, and all this can go back in the pot here. So it's up to Harvey. All right. So that failed, and now Harvey has to draw his card. Creature out of Dimby. Spawn at the depths of Dimby, which is where? It's right here. Massive. It cannot move. When creature out of Dimby location or a connecting location is flipped over, if creature out of Dimby is ready, it attacks each investigator. Oh, man. All right, let's just play this out and figure out how this goes. It is now my turn. Harvey will investigate. He is at 5 versus 2. I'll just stay there. 5 versus 2. 6. This is an auto succeed, and I also get to draw a card. So I got working a hunch. Play during your turn. Discover a clue. Okay. So this goes back in. I do get this clue. This says As a fast if there are no clues, remove each investigator clues from the game, flip your location over, and resolve the text. If there are no clues on your location. So you do have to be at the location. Remove each. So there's nothing here, so I can flip this over as a fast action. And it says deal 1 damage per investigator. Now, even though an investigator died, it's how many you started the game with. So I still put 2 on him, and he's got 2, 4, 6, 8. He's halfway there. Halfway to that 16 to kill him. All right. So I flipped. Hold on. I needed to flip this over. So he investigated and got that. So he's got 2 more actions. I will move here. Move here. And I need to get the most clues I can. If this skill test is successful, get an additional clue. So I'm going to do an investigate. This is going to add 1 plus 1, so I'm at 5, 6, I'm at 7, and I get 2 clues. And I'm also going to do fast. Play only during your turn. Discover a clue. I will pay the 2 to play this fast card. Get a clue. All right. So I got 1. That goes away. Do I have anything else? Nope. All right, so I'm going to investigate for my 3rd and final action to get 2 clues from here. He's at 6, 5, 6, no, 7 versus 2. 7 versus 2. I auto-failed. Man. So he is done. God bless, that stinks. All right. This got played. It is now the end of my turn. He will move. I'll just put him here, he's circling around. Because if he moves here, I don't know, that would force me to go here, and that's going to, oh man. I can choose, so I will choose to have it here. There's 2 locations. Oh no, wait a minute, hold on. For the remainder of the game, it cannot be flipped over again. So it is a location, so I'm going to send him here. That way I can, hopefully, we'll figure this out. I don't know. All right, he stays put. While creature out of dim base or a connecting location is flipped over. I haven't flipped this over. I haven't flipped that over. It attacks. Okay. All right. So, so it moved. I do an upkeep. So I flip this over. I get a token, and I get 2 cards. Overpower and in the know. Investigate location. Ooh. I'm going to keep that one. I'll explain that in a second. It says I can investigate a location up to 3 away as if I was there. So that would help me avoid these. But I do have to be there to flip it, it says. But this says, it's just choose a reveal location up to 3 away, move to that location. That's not the one I pulled. In the know. Investigate. Investigate any revealed location and play as if you were at that location. So I should be able to do it. All right. Okay, so I got my card. I put the Doom on. Did I? No, I didn't. Put a Doom on. 4 out of 7, and I draw a card. He gets Dismal Curse. Test 3 will. I do have remaining sanity. If you have no remaining sanity, so I do. So it's Test 3 will. He's got 4. I will... Oh, man. I need that. Choose revocation. Well, I'll get rid of this one and make it 5 versus 3. 5 versus 3. That is 5 minus 2. So I did tie it, so this goes away. It is now my turn. All right, Harvey, you got to get some clues and do some damage. I could keep going in a circle and make him chase me, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move. Actually, I need as many clues as I can, then I move. So, to do that, one, 2, 3. Oh, yes. All right, I am going to play In the Know for my first action. It's an asset. It costs 3, and it gets 3 uses. 1, 2, 3. Why am I doing this? Because it will let me investigate at other locations without being there. I think this could help me, as long as I don't draw negative stuff here. All right, so I played 1 card. Let's do this. Let's move here. will move here, and we'll investigate. We're only going to get one clue, so that stinks. Let's do an investigate. 5, 6, 6 versus... Oh no, hold on. Additional clues. I should have stayed up there. I'm going to stay up... Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to stay here. All right, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to use Fingerprint Kit. I get +2 investigate. It burns a use. I'm at 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 versus 2. And I got -3, so I do succeed. So I get 1 clue off of there. Then, this says, if you were successful, get 2 additional clues. 1, 2. I'm getting all the clues. That was my first action. My second action is going to be doing investigate again, but I can't use the Fingerprint Kit. Can't use the Fingerprint Kit. All right, so instead what I'm going to do is for my second action, I'm going to move here, just so this guy can't attack me. And my third action is I will investigate and do a 5, 6, 6 versus 2. 6 minus 3 is 3, so I still get it. So I get 1 clue from there, and that is the end of my turn. End of my turn, this guy will move here. I'm just making him chase me. Thank goodness there's a circle. Because this cannot move here. So this moves here, this moves here, this moves here. He's here, so he was here, yeah. So it's a circle right here. I love it. And I'm sure that's why the designers did that. Okay, he moved, and then I put upkeep, flip this over, and get a resource, and get 2 cards. Shortcut, mind over matter. Play until the end of your turn. You may use, okay, play on choosing investigator. Nope, that won't help me. So this one is coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5 cards in my hand. All right. I did the upkeep. Now I place a doom. 5 out of 7. I draw a card. Descent into madness. Surge, revelation. If you have at least 3 horror, you lose an action. I have 6 horror, so I will lose an action on my next turn. And this gains surge, so I have to reveal another one. Rotting remains. Test 3 will. For each point you fail, take a horror. 4 versus 3. 4 versus 3. I'll just take it. 4 versus 3. Auto fail. Oh, so if you auto fail, it goes down to 0. So for each point, you take a horror. So I take 3 horror. I'm at 3, 6, 9, 10. I am almost at double my 8. So I've got to get rid of this card at some point. It is now my turn. Okay. So I need to get this clue, move, and just come back around. Okay. So I will take this clue. I'll try to get it. 5, 6, 6 versus 2. 6 plus 1 is 7, so I do get this last clue. As a fast action, I will flip this over. I'm not going to read it. King's Parade, blah, blah, blah. Test 2, fight. If you succeed, exhaust him and disengage. Remove this card from the game and replace it with another set copy of Dim Streets. Add clues to that until it has clues equals. Alright, so I have to test 2 fight. My fight is 1. I can use this. Until the end of your round, you may use your book in place of your fight. So I will pay 1 to use this card. And now I'm doing 5, 6, 6 versus, what was it, 2? Where was it? 6 versus 2, I believe. Where was I looking at? Yes, 6 versus 2. 6 minus 2 is, if you have no remaining, 3, 6, 9, 10. I have minus 4. Ooh, 6 minus 4 is 2, but 2 ties with it, so I still win it. So if you succeed, exhaust him. So he won't move this round. He'll have to ready. And then this goes out of the game and replaced with Dim Streets. Oh, that was over here. Dim Streets. It said to put these cards out of play. I just assumed that meant you weren't going to see them again. Dim Streets. There's 2 random ones here, so I'll just take one and I'll just shuffle these. Blah, blah, blah. I'm not looking at them. I'm looking up at the camera, and I'll take that one. What is this one? This one goes here. He's on it. It has 2 more clues. And that's that. Okay, so he did 1 action, so he's still got another action, or 2 more actions, and this won't move, so I can go for those clues, and I will. I'll do another 5, 6 versus 2. Second action, 6 versus 2. Auto failed. Third action, 6 versus 2. 6 minus 3 is 3, which still beats the 2, so I do get a clue, and he is done. Enemy phase, this readies, but it does not move. Place a token, that's 4, 5, 6 out of 7, and then I draw a card. Fanatic, reveal with the most clues. That would now be this one up here. Okay, let me think. What am I going to do here? Wait, you know what? I didn't do upkeep. Upkeep is 1 token and draw 2 cards. 1, 2. You get +1 while investigate. Grim Remorse costs 3. I don't have it, so I'll get rid of that one and put this one into player. All right. Harvey needs to draw that one, so he will do an investigate. First action, he will. You know what? I'm going to put flashlight into play. Can I? No, I cannot, because I already got 2 books in my hand. So I'll just do a straight 6 versus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. So I do get this last clue. As a fast action, this flips. Mapping the street. Test 3, investigate. For each point you fail, take a horror. Deal 1 damage per investigator, regardless of whether you succeed or fail. All right, so I'm 6 versus 3. And I'll contribute the magnifying glass to make it 7 versus 3. 7 versus 3. I did. All right, so I didn't fail it, and it says I'll deal 2 more damage to this guy. So he's got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Nice. He needs 6 more damage. And then this one flips over. It's used. I don't replace it, right? After this test, flip it back over. From end of the game, it cannot be. Okay, so we're done there. That was 1 action. For my second action, now he's here, so I need him to move. I need him to chase me. So I will move here for second action. And for my third action, I'm going to play. I don't have a resource to do. Darn it. He's going to die if he gets much more of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to investigate. You can still investigate at a location. You just don't get any clues. There's none. And then I'm going to use this to auto-fail it. So that card goes away, and my turn is over. All right. Now, this dude, I'm just going to make him go counterclockwise. Sounds evil, right? He'll go here. Upkeep. This flips over. I get a resource. I get 2 cards. Deduction and 2. I'll take deduction because it gives me free clues. And now I place the Doom token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 tokens. That advances the agenda. If it isn't our final guess. The doorman announces, Miss Divine, your presence here has been long awaited. The creature slithers up the side of the palace. You swear you've seen the symbol on her amulet before. Wait, that can't be right. Well, now the real party has begun, it roars. Spawn the set-aside beast of Aldebaran. At the palace of the king. Oh man, I've got it, and I have to go there. And it's got 2 enemies on it. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. All right, so all these go back in here, and we shuffle it. And now I have one final agenda, which takes apparently 9 doom to get rid of it. So let's see what happens. Alright, this says he gets +2 to fight. He cannot be defeated unless an investigator knows the secret. I have no idea what that means. Alright, so he is +2 to fight. So he's 7. Oh, man. No. He's right here. 3 + 2 is 5. Oh, man. There's no way Harvey can beat him. Alright, so I advance that, and then I draw a card. Dismal Curse. Test 3 will. If you have no remaining sanity, he does not. It's +2 difficulty. If you fail, take 2 damage. 4 if you have horror greater than twice. I don't have 16. So it's a 5 will. I have 4. And I'm not going to contribute a... Yeah, I am. I'm going to make it 5 versus 5. 5 versus 5. 5 minus 1 is 4, so I failed it. So I take 2 horror. 2 horror. Is that what it said? 2 not damage. Take 2 damage. It does say 2 take 2 damage. Alright, I'll put 1 on Witten and 1 on Harvey. Okay, my turn. Haster. Oh, I said his name, so you're supposed to get -1 on your next roll. I'll try to remember that. Okay, what do I do here? If I go up here and then go here, he's going to attack me, but he only does 1 and 1, so he's not too bad. But this one will attack me. When you defeat, take control of it. After it enters play, move 1 clue. Okay. The beast is 3 fight and 7 health. While assigning damage in horror, you must assign as much damage in horror as possible with a single card before it, so it would kill your ally. Alright. I don't have any more allies. And I don't have any... I gotta figure this out. How am I going to do this? Okay. If I move here 1, if I move here 2, if I move here 3, I'm going to have 3 enemies attacking me. Man. But I only have to evade 1, and that would be the 5, which is the hardest to evade all 3. And I don't have any cards that are going to help me evade. Nope. Okay. Well, this one is going to stay. They're both massive. So he stays here and he stays here. So this one would follow me. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. These 2 will attack me. The fanatic and the creature out of Denby. Or wait a minute, I have that card that allows me to... Oh, wait, let's do that. Hold on. I'm going to go 1. So let me put him back. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to go here, and this is 1, 2, 3. So I can investigate all of these as if I was there. But he's chasing me, so I got to remember that. So in the know, as an action, spend 1 secret. I have 3. Investigate a revealed location and play as if you were there. All right. So I will take this. I'll investigate. Oh, they're all bad. I'll investigate this one as if I was there. So 5, 6, and no. I'm going to investigate this one. Why? Because I'm going to use my fingerprint kit to get 2 additional ones. Alright, so for first action, I exhaust in the know and fingerprint kit. And I get 2 additional clues. I only got 1 more use of it. So I will spend it to investigate here. If I do, I'm going to get 3 clues. And it's 5, 6 versus 3. And I will contribute deduction to make it 7 versus 3, because then I get an additional clue, which means I'll get all 4. 7, 5, 6, 7 versus 3. Come on. 7 versus 3. I did it. All right, so he gets all 4 clues. And we flip this over. And it says, a woman stands atop a tall balcony, blah, 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 in a yellow dress. You call out to her, are you seeing the past, the future? You must decide. You cannot bring yourself to do what must be done. Flip this card back over. Realizing what you must do, you step forward and push her. Take 2 horror and deal 4 damage to Haster. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That will almost kill him. Flip this card back over. For the remainder of the game, it cannot be flipped over. I know she's evil, so I'm not going to have trouble with this. I will push her. Take 2 horror. So I'll take 1 away and put that on there. So now he's at 3, 6, 9, 12 horror out of 8. And I put 4 damage on this guy. He only needs 2 more damage to kill him. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, 2 more and you're gone. All right, that was his first action. This does not exhaust. That does. So now I'll do in the know, spin this to investigate this location. And do I have any cards that'll help me? No. So this is the second action. So 5, 6 versus 2. 6 plus 1 is 7, so I get 1 clue. And my third and final one, I will investigate as if I was here. I'll do it again. 6 versus 2. And this is reveal another token. 6 versus 2. I did it. I got that clue. All right, man, I'm piling up the clues. So I can use a fast action to flip this. You stand before the palace of the king, his incessant whisperings in your mind. The door to the palace opens. Remember that you know the secret. Flip this back over for the moment. Okay, so now I know the secret, apparently. So now I've got to get here and get these 2 to do the final 2 points of damage, I'll bet. All right, that was his third and final action. He is done. Cannot move, doesn't move, will move here. I flip this over, get a resource, get 2 cards, unexpected courage, occult. This is a wild card. I will keep that. All right. I don't know where that goes away. Put a doom token. And he cannot be defeated unless... All right, so now I know the secret. And he's got +2 fight, but I'm not with him, so let's see what I do here. He's not defeated, so that doesn't help. I did draw a card. Rotting Remains. Test 3 will. For each point, you take a horror. I have 4 will versus 3. And I'll play this to make it 5, 6 versus 3. Six minus 2. Oh, hold on. -4 if you have no sanity remaining. I don't. So 6 minus 4 is 2. 2 versus 3 fails. For each point, you take a horror. So I got 1 more horror on me. 3, 7, 12. 13 out of 16. If I reach 16, I die. All right. So that's done, and it is my turn. All right. I need to defeat him. To do that, I got to go here and here and get those 2 clues. But before I can get those 2 clues, they will attack me. They will do what's called an opportunity attack. Is that okay? I will probably die. He's going to move here, so I have to move. I can't move here because then he'll engage me and follow me. So I have to move here for 1. And I have to move here for 2, so he follows me still. And he also attacks me for 1 because that's an opportunity attack. Now I've got 2 damage and 1 sanity. I might be able to do this. I've got 1 more action, right? 1, 2. If I investigate, I'm going to take an opportunity. I'm going to investigate. 6 versus 4. Ooh, I don't like that. 7 versus 4. Auto succeed, and I get to draw a card. Mind over matter. That's going to be a very helpful card. So I do get 1. However, they opportune attack. I take 2 damage, so 1 and 2. I'm going to put 1 on Witten. She dies, so she's gone. So I only have 3 damage right now. And then this one, that one did 1 and 1, and then this one does a sanity point. So now I'm at 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14 out of 16. Okay. Wow. All right. Oh no, I got rid of that card, so the sanity doesn't matter right now. Okay. So I got that, and my final, I went 1, 2, and I investigated. I got 1 more action. Do I investigate again? Yes, I do. 6 versus 4. I'll get rid of the flashlight to make it 7 versus 4. This is reveal another token. 7 versus 4. Come on. 7 minus 1 is 6. I do get it. But I take 2 more damage, and I don't have an ally this time, so I'm at 5 damage out of 7, and I take a sanity because they opportune attack me. But this flips over, deal 1 per damage to him, exhausted. Okay, so he gets 16. So what happens when he dies? Is that it? Oh, he can take damage. All right, so if Haster is defeated, advance. A chorus of cries echoes throughout your mind. Chaotic organ chords torture your ears. You fall to your knees and blood drips from your eyes. Man. The realm of Carcosa shatters into millions of pieces and fades into the empty void of space. Curtains fall. If he, the tattered king, was the version you defeated, proceed to R1. Well, let's go read R1. Man, what a crazy game. R1, here we go. You stand atop the balcony of the Abbey Tower in Mont St. Michael, wet wind coursing through your hair. The pallid mask lies in your hands, devoid of warmth. You can scarcely bring yourself to look at it. You remember everything now, how it all began, how it ended, and everything in between. There is only one thing left to do. You hurl the mask into the air with all your strength and watch as it flies into the tempest-tossed waves below. In your campaign log, record investigators prevented him from escaping his prison. In your campaign log, record the names of each investigator who ended the game with at least 1 copy of the possession treachery in his or her hand. Well, no possessions. Each investigator suffers 2 physical trauma and 2 mental trauma as he or she never fully recovers from his time spent in Carcosa. Doesn't matter, the game's over. Each investigator earns XP. The investigators win the campaign. All right. I don't know why the XP and all that matters, but there you go. That was crazy. Now, there were 2 enemies still here, but I guess because I defeated him, they go away just like everything else. That was crazy. That was fun. I cannot believe that I did that. And of course, him chasing me around was part of the success there. All right, that's all I have. That ends the Path to Carcosa campaign for Arkham Horror the Card Game. I'm going to take a break, and I'll be back again next week with another game. I'm not sure. I think I'm playing the Circle Undone campaign next. It may be the Forgotten Age. I cannot remember. I will make up my mind and let you, and you'll know when I know, which is when you watch the video. All right, that's all I got. I hope you enjoyed this. Arkham Horror is a game. It's an acquired taste. You really got to like the Cthulhu mythos and things like that to really enjoy it. It's a great strategy game. It's great to play solo, 2-handed for me. I play with 2 investigators. I cannot imagine playing this game with just 1 investigator. It would just seem very, very difficult. But definitely fun. Still enjoying the heck out of it. All right, that's all I got. I'll be back next week with another game of Arkham Horror the Card Game. Until then, everybody, take care.